Joe Jonas's ex-girlfriends, Taylor Swift and Sophie Turner, were caught holding hands and having a good time together in New York City late at night. Fans are left wondering how Taylor felt about Sophie's late-night confessions and her heartbreak after the two stayed out until 2 a.m. Is there also a classic Taylor advice for Sophie, given this has been the first and longest night out Sophie has had ever since news of her divorce broke?
I'm never, ever, ever getting back together.
Let's find out. The Bad Blood singer Taylor Swift, who is 33 years old, and the Game of Thrones actress Sophie Turner, who is 27 years old and is undergoing a really rough patch amidst her infamous divorce battle with husband Joe Jonas, were spotted having a low-key meal together at the New York City restaurant Via Carota, which is located in the very center of the city.
Hey guys. Hey, we just respectfully ask that you just kind of let her eat in peace.
Their meeting took place not long after Joe Jonas, vocalist for the Jonas Brothers, filed for divorce from his wife Sophie, which took place only a few short weeks ago. Not to forget, representatives for Joe Jonas have since then blasted Turner for being a reckless mom and a party animal. Of course, seeing this, social media has lost its calm and is throwing shade and sarcasm at Joe like candies. One of the many fans who felt really amused seeing both women together, enjoying their time, stated, "Sophie Turner and Taylor Swift had the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever, and they did." Whereas, another one quickly jumped in to fill the space, expressing, "Sophie Turner and Taylor Swift literally did the funniest thing possible, and I know both of them were probably giggling while texting about going out together." Also, let's not forget that the singer who won a Grammy and has recently been on an extraordinary Eras tour dated Joe Jonas for a short period of time back in July of 2008. However, their relationship only lasted for a few months and ended in October of the same year. On the other hand, Sophie Turner joined marriage with the former Disney Channel star in 2019, and their shocking breakup just came to light recently. Sophie and Joe already had 2 children together before they got married. Now, despite the fact that they both had a history with Joe Jonas, the two exes appeared to be in good spirits while they were out together, as seen by the fact that they were smiling and laughing as they navigated the busy downtown sidewalk, while Sophie clung closely onto Taylor's arm. Meanwhile, Sophie Turner also seems to be moving on with her life, as she has been busy filming the new ITV drama Joan in Spain, so it is possible that this has anything to do with it. Moving on, for those of you who still prefer living under a rock, not long before her marriage to Joe Jonas, Taylor Swift dated Jonas Brothers member Joe Jonas, who is now Sophie's ex-husband, for a brief period of time in 2008, a courtship that lasted for only 4 months. Of course, fans have hypothesized that Taylor Swift's songs Forever and Always and Mr. Perfectly Fine from her album Fearless may have been inspired by their brief fling. However, when they broke up, Taylor Swift went on The Ellen DeGeneres Show and said that the reason for the breakup was that Joe had ended their relationship in a phone call that lasted only 25 seconds when she was 18, and that it was really immature on his part.
That guy's not in my life anymore, unfortunately. I know.
So, could it mean that Sophie is seeking comfort in Taylor's company because Joe has been the exact same way with her too? Interestingly enough, Joe stated later on his MySpace website that he had called to convey his thoughts, but that they had not been well received, and that someone else had ended the conversation. Then again, after a period of time apart, they appeared to get back together, and in 2019, Taylor apologized to Joe for talking about their split on television, which was a public forum. In reply, Joe expressed goodwill toward Taylor during an interview in the month of May, indicating that they were on good terms, and sarcastically acknowledging the loyalty of Swift's fan base, who is known as the Swifties.
I've moved on. I'm sure Taylor's moved on, and it feels nice, and we're all friends. It's all good.
Following his breakup with Taylor, he went on to begin a relationship with the actress Sophie Turner, who was born and bred in the United Kingdom in 2016. After waiting another 3 years, the couple got married in Las Vegas in August 2016, followed by a second ceremony in May 2019 in France. However, after 4 years of marriage, Joe filed for divorce on September 5th, claiming the fact that the couple's union was irretrievably broken. They shared their intentions to co-parent their 2 children, a daughter named Willow, who is 3 years old, and another daughter referred to as DJ in court records. They announced their decision to dissolve their marriage in a mutually beneficial way and asked for privacy in a joint statement that they posted on Instagram. However, later on, Joe Jonas and his reps have gone out of their way to paint Sophie as the ultimate villain. And well, hang in there for a bit as we reveal the details. Recent reports have indicated that Joe Jonas has been sensitive about his relationship, with sources saying that he had become emotionally distant as early as April. During a gig at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles that was completely sold out, Joe also acknowledged that he had a tough week and expressed his appreciation to his fans for their support during this time.
I just want to say, look, if you don't hear it from these lips, don't believe it, okay? And thank you, everyone, for the love and support to me and my family. I love you guys.
Earlier reports had suggested that Sophie Turner's social life had contributed to the strain on her marriage, but a video that had surfaced again showed her characterizing herself as a homebody who, if given the choice, would choose to stay at home the entire day if she could.
It's like prison for him, but it's great for me.
And where Joe Jonas has hysterically complained about Sophie's party instincts and how he allegedly caught her saying or doing something on their Ring camera, there's something really off about the singer himself. You see, the divorce proceedings between Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner, which were already controversial, have taken an additional turn for the worse, with accusations of infidelity and strained marital dynamics coming to the surface. It all began when an unknown source on social media made accusations against Joe, claiming that he had cheated on Sophie with a 20-year-old fan or model. The remark gave the impression that Joe was interested in this person on a deeper level than merely a passing acquaintance. And, as expected, this claim sparked a flurry of replies across social media, with one user on Twitter making a comment about Joe's image as a playboy and raising questions about his capacity to commit to a long-term relationship. Then again, in a public statement, Joe Jonas vented his frustrations about Sophie Jonas's parenting, implying that she was not devoting enough time to their children. But, according to those with knowledge of the situation, and also close to the couple, Joe was noticeably unsupportive of Sophie during her postpartum troubles following the birth of their second child a year ago. On top of that, it has been alleged that Joe put pressure on Sophie to attend professional events and social outings, despite the fact that she did not want to be photographed or leave the house. According to sources close to the marriage, Sophie reportedly voiced her unease and expressed a desire to stay at home with their 2 girls. Yet, Joe demanded that she participate in the event. A different incident in which Joe is also said to have stated that Sophie needed to spend more time with her friends has led some people to wonder about the strain that is being placed on their marriage. Fans believe that Joe has started a smear campaign against Sophie in order to present himself as the victim in the relationship between the 2 of them. A fan took to their social media to state, Sophie Turner pulling the best around and find out of all time on Joe Jonas. He slandered her name. She went to zero bond with his ex. Divorce before 30 is actually so chic. Emrata was right. So our question here is, in the middle of all of this upheaval, the question comes as to whether or not Sophie Turner is looking for consolation and assistance from someone who has gotten through comparable pressures from Joe Jonas, such as Taylor Swift. It is not completely out of the question that the 2 women could form a mutually beneficial relationship with one another, but whether or not this hypothetical is a reality, only time will tell us that. But what about you? Do you think the meetup was intentional? Drop in with your thoughts in the comments below. To catch us for more, simply hit the bell icon.